Hi, I'm Adam Pearson,
And I'm Sebastian Stan.
and this is Freeze Frame for British Esquire.
Okay, Adam, what's happening here?
They are the bar scene.
I see. Well, it's
My
your
introduction.
wearing your favorite shirt.
I love that shirt. I loved all the wardrobe was wild.
Yes. Well, and here I am as Edward having some quiet, peaceful drinks with my coworkers, and then you appear.
Having other ideas.
Doing what?
Just doing an Oswald thing. Only that your dear friend Mr. Morat is starring in a soon-to-be classic theatrical production.
Star?
No,
Like
no,
as
no.
an actor?
No, it's a small production play.
Okay, well, thank you so much for
yeah,
telling me.
it's
It makes me feel very close.
It's hard to.
Your friend plays
it's
a man with a disfigured face. Name of Edward.
Disfigured face?
And he dons a very convincing mask.
Well, it's still being perfected. It's
It's a sort
prototype.
of Beauty and the Beast kind
That's
of
one way of
yarn.
looking at
I
it.
love Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
And at this point, I'm just inadvertently thoroughly exposing you to all your real estate buddies.
Yeah, well, everyone seems to be very taken with you, which is the natural charm that you exude in this scene.
I have the rizz, as the kids would say.
Yeah, and obviously we filmed this
Wanna.
over and over. There was a camera going around the table, which is kind of great because it's sort of unsettling the way I feel in the scene.
Yeah.
That's sort of the first time where things start to get away from Edward, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Because
that-
we don't
that
really
kinda-
know what you want yet or what you're
No,
after.
I'm just always in the right place at the right time.
Right. So then it leads me to think, do you know something I don't, or do you know something that I only know?
Yeah. Is he like more of a mastermind and he's letting on? Who is the man behind the man, if you will?
Yeah. Who is the man behind the man? I don't know if we ever find out.
Oh.
That score is pretty haunting, isn't it?
Yeah, Umberto Smiley did a hell of a job
It's
on that
unbelievable.
score.
Yeah, and this is the scene where, of course, I'm walking into the world for the first time, looking very different than before, and I'm trying very hard to fit in. Whiskey. What? I don't want to dilute the medicinal value.
You what?
I love it here when you repeat what he said back to him, be like, it dilutes the medicinal quality.
I know, and I love that line too. I just never know.
bored.
I just never know if people really pick up on it that he says that to me previously. So
I don't know how you pulled this off. I would corpse in this situation. All these like dude bros.
well, they were so great because they came and they really had a lot of energy, and it kind of helps me, in the moment. But we didn't really rehearse it. We didn't really plan it very much, so it all kind of happened.
Are American sports fans actually like that?
Oh yeah, even worse.
We had a couple of really good chats before
We did.
shooting, just to kind of get everyone into the right headspace and give you some, I suppose, familiarity.
Well, you were very generous and open with me about sort of your experiences, I think, growing up, and I was trying to, at the time, still put Edward's background together because we don't really know where he, what his background is, his relationship with his mother who's no longer there. How did he get the apartment? When did he start acting? And so I think that was really helpful. And then, we had some rehearsals, which were great. I mean, it's the script that was always amazing, wasn't it?
It's so tight. Everything's like there for a reason.
Maybe what's good about it is also that it doesn't explain too many things. It lets the audience have to figure it out and piece it together.
And constantly have to reassess
Right.
what they're feeling and why they're feeling it. it holds up mirrors rather than placards.
Yes, which is always why it's a better movie that way, I think, when you're trying to figure it out.
We should have Edward have an accent. I reckon the critics would find it a really classy endeavour.
That's a great idea. Guy, speak like Oswald.
I can't.
You can.
Come on, hello, mate. How's it going?
Hello, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. How's the old lady doing?
How's the old lady doing?
Horrible.
I mean, it needs some refinement, but we'll get you there.
And you do an American accent.
I could have been a contender.
Yeah.
Adrian! I am not a crook.
Wow, that's amazing. Why can't you do that?
I'm not playing Master Howard after all.
I guess they didn't teach you accents at Juilliard.
Really, guy, I had an affinity for accents as a child, like moving around a lot, and it just sort of blossomed into one of my many useless talents.
What's your other talent?
Oh, well, I can yodel, I can juggle, I can sing, I can play sax, so I'm no Coltrane, and I'm learning to weave, I'm ashamed to say.
What can't you do?
This is when you could have been a contender.
Yes, indeed. They had all these things in the script, like impressions and yodeling and things which I can totally not do in real life. Actually,
No.
I could have been a contender, man.
No, and Adrian's one of my favorite.
Adrian!
One of my favorite movies, but also the way you did it. Yeah, it's a crazy scene, isn't it? Because everyone's seemingly obsessed with Oswald, and they don't.
Yeah, and slowly forcing you out of a thing that's about you as well. It's just like I regard this scene as the start of the hijack of Edward's life.
Yeah, the beginning of the suspicion. This is when the movie really becomes a paranoid thriller, doesn't it?
Oh, completely. This is when the seething anger starts to build in Guy/Edward. Here we go.
The song that will never leave our lives ever again.
Or not. It still haunts my dreams. It's in my Spotify most played 2022 end of year wrap up.
How many times did you listen to it before you memorized it or before you did the scene?
About 100.
Wow.
Yeah. I've spent a good 5 hours with Rose Royce in my head. And I'm normally like a rock death metal kind of guy. So
you did tell me that. You told me that you listen to heavy metal when you work out, which I was really impressed with, because I don't even do that even when I'm sort of in the world.
So the song,
yeah.
I Want to Get Next to You by Rose Royce from Car Wash. A thing I'd never heard of before.
Me neither.
And I didn't know until I got there that what the song was going to be. I think eventually people just went, Aaron, you've got to pick a song, bro.
Yeah.
And they went, oh, fine, this one.
This is the one that he wanted you to learn, that you listened to 100 times.
Yeah, 5 hours worth, and it's all in falsetto, and I've got this like booming talking voice, so to be kind of like, oh baby, was quite a stretch.
You nailed it, because that was really impressive, and I don't think since the Bee Gees anyone has hit those notes.
That is more of a compliment than you know.
But this was cool because also it was your last day.
It was, yeah.
And that was kind of strange and bittersweet.
Already emotional. This is me singing to you. Like, screw the script and the characters. This is my final goodbye.
Until the sequel.
A different man.
Or a most familiar man. Well, I think what's fun about the movie is that it is funny, right? It's tragic.
It's funnier than it has any right to be.
I know. Like, and it is funny.
And it's always, it's something sort of like people often need permission to laugh at like certain bits. Because it's not punching down at anyone. But also, you're like, I'm finding sort of mild joy in someone else's misery here. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think it exposes sort of your feelings or the narratives you sort of carry with you about people, and it does it in a very clever way, and it makes you aware of it as an audience member.
Oh, completely. It is thoroughly exposed.
But I guess the best way Aaron said it, he goes, I think of the movie as a comedy, but if you think it's a tragedy, I won't mind that either.
Yeah.
And I think it's a little bit of both. Thank you for watching.
A Different Man is in cinemas now.